Sam Altman was born on April 22, 1985, in Chicago, Illinois, and raised in St. Louis, Missouri. His mother, Connie Gibstein Altman, was a determined and successful dermatologist, and his father, Max Altman, worked in real estate, inspiring Sam with his entrepreneurial mindset. Sam grew up with two siblings, his brother Jack Altman, who would later found the HR software company Lattice, and his sister Annie Altman, who pursued a career in health and wellness. From an early age, Sam was fascinated by technology. He got his first computer, an Apple Macintosh, at the age of 8. Instead of just playing games, he spent hours taking it apart and teaching himself how it worked. His curiosity extended far beyond computers. He devoured books on science, technology, and entrepreneurship. Growing up in the Midwest, Sam often felt different. He later shared that realizing he was gay at a young age made his childhood challenging. But the internet became a lifeline, offering him a sense of belonging and access to information beyond what his environment provided. Sam attended John Burroughs School, where he stood out as a gifted student who excelled in math and computer science. Even as a teenager, he was already building small tech projects and exploring ideas that hinted at his future as a world-changing entrepreneur. By the time he graduated high school, Sam's relentless curiosity and passion for technology had set him on a path few could have imagined, a journey that was only just beginning. Before we dive deeper into this unbelievable journey, make sure you subscribe to Success Story, the channel where we uncover the real stories behind the world's most iconic innovators, leaders, and legends. From visionaries to powerhouses, we bring you the stories that shape our future. Hit subscribe, tap the bell icon, and let's continue this inspiring ride. Stanford and First Steps into Tech, 2003 to 2005. In the fall of 2003, Sam Altman arrived at Stanford University. He was just 18 years old, but his mind was already racing with ideas that stretched far beyond the lecture halls. At Stanford, Sam majored in computer science, immersing himself in a world of algorithms, networks, and systems design. Unlike many freshmen, Sam didn't spend weekends at parties or college games. Instead, he spent countless nights coding in his dorm room, refining ideas that would one day become startups. His focus was legendary. Friends recalled him staying awake for days at a time, fueled by sheer excitement to build something new. But Sam wasn't just another student. He had a gift for spotting problems worth solving. And one problem he noticed early on was how people struggled to share their location with friends and family. Cell phones were becoming popular, but location services were still in their infancy. In 2004, Sam teamed up with his college friends Nick Sivo and Alok Deshpande to work on an idea. They envisioned an app that let people instantly share their real-time location, a revolutionary concept long before smartphones had GPS. At just 19, Sam made a bold decision. He dropped out of Stanford to build this idea full-time. The app would become known as Loopt. Sam moved into a tiny apartment in Palo Alto with his co-founders, where they coded non-stop. Their life revolved around whiteboards filled with notes, energy drinks stacked in the kitchen, and the constant buzz of ambition. Sam's leap of faith paid off quickly. In 2005, he and his team were accepted into the very first batch of Y Combinator, the new seed accelerator founded by Paul Graham. At Y Combinator's demo day, Sam pitched Loopt to a room full of Silicon Valley investors. His clear vision and youthful confidence impressed everyone, and Loopt secured its first investment. By the end of 2005, Sam Altman was no longer a college dropout with a dream. He was the CEO of a funded startup with a mission to reshape how people connected in the digital world. Sam's Stanford years were brief but transformative. They gave him a glimpse into Silicon Valley's fast-paced culture and ignited his belief that with enough courage and creativity, anyone could build something that changed the world. Loopt, the startup that started it all, 2005 to 2012. By 2005, Sam Altman was fully immersed in building Loopt. The company's goal was ambitious: to create a mobile app that let users share their real-time location with friends and discover nearby places and events. It was a bold idea in a time when most phones were still flip phones and mobile internet was painfully slow. Despite these challenges, Sam's passion inspired his small team to keep pushing forward. Loopt's big break came after Y Combinator's demo day, when they secured $5 million in funding from top Silicon Valley investors. With fresh capital, they expanded their team and launched Loopt on early smartphones and feature phones, partnering with carriers like Sprint and Boost Mobile. Rise at Y Combinator, 2011 to 2015. In 2011, with the chapter of Loopt closed, Sam Altman could have taken a break. Instead, he joined Y Combinator as a part-time partner, eager to share the hard-earned lessons of his startup journey with a new generation of founders. At Y Combinator, known simply as YC, Sam quickly stood out. He brought a mix of empathy and brutal honesty, helping entrepreneurs see flaws in their plans while inspiring them to aim higher. Founders praised him for his clarity, sharp questions, and willingness to dive deep into technical and business problems. Sam's influence grew rapidly inside YC. He championed riskier, more ambitious ideas, believing that startups should solve real, world-changing problems, not just build incremental products. His ability to spot breakout companies earned him the trust of YC's co-founder, Carl Graham. In February 2014, at just 28 years old, Sam was named president of Y Combinator, succeeding Paul Graham himself. It was a huge moment. YC had already funded Airbnb, Dropbox, Reddit, and Stripe, but Sam saw that YC could become even bigger. Under Sam's leadership, YC expanded its mission. He launched YC Continuity, a growth stage fund that invested in YC companies ready to scale beyond early funding. He also started the YC Fellowship, which gave smaller investments to even earlier stage founders around the world. Sam opened YC Research, a nonprofit division to support moonshot ideas, including basic income experiments and long-term AI safety research. Sam pushed YC to accept more international founders, helping democratize access to Silicon Valley's ecosystem. During his tenure, the number of startups funded each year skyrocketed, and YC became the most influential startup accelerator in the world. Founders who worked with Sam described him as demanding but deeply committed. He expected relentless effort, but he also offered unwavering support. Sam's time at Y Combinator solidified his reputation as one of the most powerful and visionary investors in technology. Someone who not only backed entrepreneurs, but inspired them to think bigger than they ever thought possible. Investing in the future. Bold bets and vision. 2015 to 2019. After transforming Y Combinator into a powerhouse of innovation, Sam Altman began expanding his reach beyond startup acceleration. He started making bold personal investments in companies and technologies that could reshape humanity's future. Sam's investment philosophy was clear: bet on ideas that sounded crazy today, but could be world-changing tomorrow. One of Sam's earliest and biggest personal bets was on nuclear fusion. He became chairman of Helion Energy, a startup working to create clean, virtually limitless energy by replicating the power of the sun. Sam believed that if Helion succeeded, it could solve the world's energy and climate challenges in one stroke. Sam also invested in companies tackling problems like cancer detection, synthetic biology, and advanced robotics. He sought out founders who weren't afraid to attack humanity's hardest problems head-on. To him, these weren't just investments. They were missions. Meanwhile, under Sam's leadership, YC funded ambitious startups like Ginkgo Bioworks in synthetic biology, Boom Supersonic for ultra-fast air travel, and Rigetti Computing in quantum computers. Sam's time at YC turned the accelerator into a launchpad for companies that aimed not just for financial success, but for global impact. In 2015, Sam co-founded OpenAI with Elon Musk, Greg Brockman, Ilya Sutskever, and others. They agreed on a radical goal: ensure that artificial general intelligence benefits all of humanity. Sam became OpenAI's first CEO, steering the organization to research safe, powerful AI while openly sharing findings with the world. Beyond his investments, Sam spoke publicly about the dangers and opportunities of exponential technologies. He called on governments, technologists, and the public to think deeply about artificial intelligence, climate change, and wealth inequality. Sam Altman's post-YC career was defined by audacious bets on humanity's future. He wasn't content with building software companies. He wanted to help solve the biggest problems facing civilization. Each investment and initiative showed his unshakable belief in technology's power to do good, if guided wisely. OpenAI's Meteoric rise and controversies 2019 to 2023. By 2019, Sam Altman had stepped down as president of Y Combinator to dedicate himself fully to OpenAI. As CEO, he was now leading one of the world's most ambitious organizations, with a mission to ensure artificial intelligence benefits everyone, not just a powerful few. Under Sam's leadership, OpenAI shifted from a nonprofit research lab to a capped profit model, allowing it to raise the billions needed to train massive AI systems while still promising to prioritize safety and global benefit. This decision sparked debate among AI researchers and ethicists, some accusing Sam of betraying OpenAI's original nonprofit mission. But Sam argued the shift was necessary. Training cutting-edge AI models required enormous resources, and staying competitive demanded funding. In 2020, OpenAI released GPT-3, the most powerful language model the world had ever seen. GPT-3 amazed the public and industry alike with its ability to write human-like text, answer complex questions, and even create poetry and code. Sam's bet on scaling AI paid off spectacularly. OpenAI had become a household name, but the success brought controversy. Critics worried about misuse of large language models for misinformation, deepfakes, and automated spam. Some AI safety experts argued OpenAI's decision to commercialize GPT-3 through exclusive deals, like with Microsoft, contradicted its mission of broad benefit. Sam defended these moves, saying controlled rollouts and partnerships were crucial to funding responsible development. In late 2022, OpenAI released ChatGPT, making advanced conversational AI accessible to the general public. Within weeks, it became the fastest-growing consumer application in history, with millions using it daily for writing, tutoring, research, and more. Sam appeared on major podcasts, news shows, and tech conferences, warning of AI's risks while promising that careful oversight could keep it beneficial. Meanwhile, Sam's frank comments on AI's dangers drew both praise and criticism. He admitted AI could one day pose existential risks and urged governments to regulate it, an unusual stance for a Silicon Valley CEO. In 2023, OpenAI's valuation skyrocketed, and it raised over $10 billion from investors, solidifying Sam as one of the most influential figures in tech. Yet questions lingered. Could OpenAI's dual pursuit of safety and profit truly align? And could Sam steer AI development in a way that benefits all, not just the powerful? In November 2023, Sam Altman was suddenly fired from OpenAI, the company he co-founded. The board claimed he wasn't consistently candid, but gave no real explanation. In just 24 hours, OpenAI's president Greg Brockman resigned. Then over 700 employees threatened to quit, demanding Sam's return. Even Microsoft offered him a new AI lab. The pressure exploded. 5 days later, the board backed down. Sam Altman was reinstated as CEO. It wasn't just a comeback, it was a revolution in real time. And it proved that Sam Altman wasn't just building AI, he was leading a movement. As 2023 closed, Sam Altman stood at the center of a global conversation about artificial intelligence, wielding extraordinary influence and responsibility. And knowing that what came next could define the future of humanity. Latest projects, controversies, and reflections, 2023-2025. As the world entered 2024, Sam Altman's role in the future of artificial intelligence had never been more pronounced. OpenAI continued to refine its models, with GPT-4 Turbo delivering faster, more powerful AI at reduced costs, opening the door for startups, schools, and creators worldwide to harness generative AI. But innovation didn't come without scrutiny. Former OpenAI employees raised concerns about transparency and mission drift. Governments from the EU to the US began crafting AI regulations, motivated by Sam's public warnings. He testified before Congress and spoke at global forums, cautioning that unchecked AI could destabilize economies, influence elections, or even pose existential risks. In 2024, Sam launched WorldCoin, a global identity and basic income project using biometric iris scans. Privacy advocates expressed alarm over the collection and handling of sensitive data. Meanwhile, OpenAI's growing partnership with Microsoft drew criticism from some who feared the company was losing its independence. Concerns Sam addressed by reaffirming OpenAI's mission and governance priorities. Then, in early 2025, Sam faced a deeply personal legal battle. His sister, Ann Altman, filed a federal lawsuit alleging sexual abuse during their childhood. Sam and his family, his mother Connie, brother Jack, and father Max, issued a joint statement calling the accusations utterly untrue. The case drew significant media attention and complicated Sam's public image. On a brighter note, Sam's personal life took a joyful turn. He married Australian software engineer Oliver Mulheron in January 2024 in an intimate Hawaii ceremony. The couple made one of their first public appearances together at a White House state dinner in 2023. In February 2025, they welcomed a baby boy, born prematurely, and had their son via surrogacy in early 2025. Currently in the neonatal intensive care unit, NICU, whom Sam lovingly introduced in a heartfelt post on X. Despite the controversies, Sam's impact remains undeniable. From GPT-4 research breakthroughs to AI deployment across industries, OpenAI continues to reshape the world. And outside work, Sam and Oliver have already signed the Giving Pledge, pledging most of their wealth to charitable causes. As of mid-2025, Sam Altman is at the center of an unfolding story. He's a visionary entrepreneur, a public advocate for safe AI, a tech philanthropist, and a man whose personal challenges may prove as consequential as his professional achievements. His legacy is still being written. Will he steer AI toward global benefit? Or will the controversies overshadow the promise? One thing is certain: the decisions Sam makes now will shape the direction of humanity for years to come. If Sam Altman's rise through the world of AI left you inspired, wait till you witness the unstoppable journey of Tom Cruise. From a troubled childhood to becoming one of Hollywood's most fearless and highest-paid actors, his story is a masterclass in resilience, risk-taking, and relentless pursuit of greatness. Watch the Tom Cruise biography, available now on Success Story. And if you haven't already, subscribe to the channel where every biography fuels ambition. This is more than storytelling. This is Success Story.